Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, Bitter Single Mom Goes Viral for Hating Men. Let's get right into it.
The secret to finding a good man is to hate men. And I know you guys are going to say, oh my God, how does that make any sense? When you hate men, you don't make excuses for them or their behavior. When you hate men, you will never meet a man that is not where he's supposed to be at in life and start feeling sorry for him or start trying to help him. When you hate men and a man disrespects you or does something wrong to you, you will not start feeling sympathy for him. You will not start caring about how he lost his grandmother in the 2nd grade. You're not going to give a fuck about any of that because you already can't stand them. I also think when you hate men and you're dating, but men know that, they also know a little bit to tread a little lightly with you because it's like, I really don't even like your kind, right? I'm already not too fond of y'all. So the ice, you start on ice. And you make your way to the ground, but you start on ice before it gets solid. So yeah, I thought I'd make this video because a lot of people have been tagging me in this one creator's video where she's talking about how women that hate men end up in the best relationships, and those that know me know that I loathe the existence of men. So yeah, and I think it just tracks. I just think it just tracks. I don't have any sympathy for these motherfuckers. Like I don't play.
Well, here is a new viral dating coach. This is woman's god. They're going to worship her, okay? They made her viral. She's popular now. She has 250,000 views on TikTok, and she's blowing up. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? It's funny because she says, and she makes a point, right? If you want to find a good man, you have to hate men. Okay? And then she goes on to say that if you hate men, you won't have sympathy for them. You won't have empathy for them. Well, who doesn't have sympathy or empathy? A narcissist. So she says, becoming a narcissist makes you find a good man. Well, gee, why didn't you say so? Women could have been following this rule book a long time ago. And now they are, right? Now they are exalting her to the top, okay? To the top she goes. And it's funny that she hates men to me because she has videos talking about ask him for money, get his money, get his money, get his money. You think it's going to work? Do you think she's going to get your money if she hates you? Well, it's not surprising to me because if you're a bitter woman, especially a bitter single mom, yeah, you probably do hate men because things didn't work out the way you wanted them to work out. You probably thought to yourself, I had too much sympathy for my baby father, and now I realized he was a loser. But what's worse about this is that not only is she a single mom, she's a single mom to a son. Yeah. She's a single mom to a son. Just get that, okay? Let's watch this video and we'll respond to it.
As a mother of one, I am constantly reminded of why I do not want any more children. And sadly, it usually comes from the child that I already have. So let me tell you guys what the fuck happened last night because they don't put this shit in the what to expect. So if you don't have children, this would be another reason for you to sustain. And if you do have kids, you're going to know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. So yesterday I was switching from my work bag to my regular bag, and I had like some M&Ms and some other candies in there, and I switched the bags. I go on about my day, I don't think anything of it. So later that night, after I've cooked dinner and I've sat down, I'm like, damn, I had some candy earlier. Like, I wonder where I put it. So I go looking everywhere where my bags were, and of course the candy's not there. So I'm like, let me ask my fucking son. It's only funny because it's not. So I asked my son, and of course his first thought is to lie. He's like, no. I'm like, I don't really care. Just tell me if you ate my candy. He's like, yeah, I didn't know if you wanted it anymore. Nigga. Now, as a good mommy, I can't flash out and choke this fucking kid for eating my candy, right? It's just candy. But in here, the rage that I felt about this little motherfucker going to touch my shit. Like, what the fuck do you mean? You didn't know if I wanted it anymore. Did you even ask, nigga? But like, when you have kids, you have to share everything. Like, you have to be prepared to share everything. It don't even matter if they don't even eat the shit. Like, your kid can hate it, but they'll see you with it and like they want some. And I'm hella selfish. I didn't grow up with no siblings. I've never had to share. It's always been me, mine, everything. So when I tell y'all that anytime some shit like what happened last night happens, because it happens so fucking often, first thing in my mind, I'd be like, I'm not having any more motherfucking kids. As a mother of one,
Would the world suffer if she has no more kids? I mean, she wants to choke her son over a bag of M&Ms. Can you imagine? Can you imagine you come to TikTok to make a video and you tell a whole story about how you wanted to choke your son for eating your M&Ms? Hey, listen up, Safe Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content. And women exalt her. Guys, this is the brain rot that's going on with modern women. Modern women are more interested in appeasing her and going along and getting along than understanding what men really want. Yeah. And I'm going to put her link in the description. You guys can go see for yourself, okay, after you watch this video. But you can see for yourself that she's blowing up. Yeah. She's a viral hit. She's out of here. But now you know where this comes from. Now you understand all the issues that you're having with your woman is because women like this exist and they become the leader of women. And even though by all, objective and reasonable accounts, she's a failure, right? Because if you're a single mom, you're a failure, okay? But she get online, talk about hating men, aka she's a misandrist, and become successful. And people think I do this. People think I hate women. I don't hate women. I don't even hate this woman. I hate the brain rot. I hate the sin. I don't hate the sinner. You know what I'm saying? God tells me to love everybody. Love thy neighbor. You feel me? So I don't hate her, but I just like her sin. And I'm entitled to that. And I would love to see a woman like this. By the way, she looks like she has her natural hair. So I think she's attractive. But she has only child syndrome. What's me. She's a narcissist, so she has no empathy for people, and she thinks this is the solution for her finding a good man. But she has no evidence of this. But women still celebrate her. I'm just shocked. I don't know. Maybe you feel differently than me, but I'm just in shock. I'm curious with the women that follow me, what they're gonna say about her, because I just can't believe this. I just can't believe this. Now, here's a part that I thought was interesting. She talks about her own personal grief and her own loss in her life. Well, I found that's fascinating because, again, I'm thinking, all right, so you hate men. Does that mean you hate your father? You clearly want to choke your son, so maybe you hate your son because he stole M&Ms, because he stole candy, right? But, do you have any compassion for anybody? So I found this video after snooping around her TikTok page. Let's watch it together and I'll respond.
when you lose your spouse, you become a widow or a widower. When you lose your parents, you become an orphan. When you lose your child or your sibling, there is no title for that loss. Because that loss is so significant, there are no words to convey the type of loss that is. In life, we are prepared to lose our parents. We are prepared to one day depart from our spouses. You will never be prepared to lose your child, and you will never be prepared to lose your sibling. As someone who lost their older brother 2 years ago, I cannot say that this has gotten any easier or that there has been any brighter days dealing with the grief and the loss of my older brother. My first friend, which is what most people's siblings are to them. Because siblings and kids are things that cannot be replaced in any way. And I'm not saying that your parents can be replaced. Your spouse can definitely be replaced. But you will never be able to get those core memories back that you made with your siblings as a child. You will never be able to get those 9 months back that you held that child in your stomach. These type of things are irreplaceable, and they change a person from the inside and out. Me and one of my close friends have gotten together and decided to start a grief support group for those that have lost their siblings or their children. Being that that's such a unique loss, I think that only those that have been through it can relate to it. And I just see that there is a significant need for that space to be held. So it will be virtual and there will be in person. If you're in Seattle, if you come across this video and you are a person who has experienced either one of these losses, feel free to DM me or to comment to get information on how to join our grief support group.
God, she has a grief support group. Didn't she say she didn't have sympathy for men? She don't want to make excuses for men. But now she reveals that she's grieving the loss of her older brother, which, by the way, I could have sworn she said she was the only child she never had to share. So I'm not too sure about that, but it seems like she has like empathy for men because she had some kind of empathy for her brother, right? And now she's making a group to support other people who grieving the loss of a child, of a sibling. And honestly, her conclusion about that losing a child or a sibling is not like losing a parent because you can't get back memories with your child or your sibling. I'm like, you can't get back memories with your parent either. Like, so clearly, she's not very logical. And we understand this about women, right? They're not very logical. I want to go off the rails a little bit and just comment on the fact that she has excessive tattoos. And by the way, I always say this to men. When a woman has tattoos, especially in this area that she has it in, for me, it's a red flag. Like, if I see a girl on a dating app and she has tattoos in this area, because it just shows me she's a follower. Like, this is like the most popular place to get a tattoo now. When I was growing up, it wasn't a place to get a tattoo. Like, people got tattoos in places that they can hide them. Now, people get tattoos in places that people can see them, like their face, right, or a place like this. And I just think it's just like poor taste. I think it's poor taste. I think it's a sign that you're a follower, you're a sheep. And I would hate to have children with a woman who's a sheep. I want a woman who's going to be a free thinker, who could think for herself and not going to follow a crowd, because sheeps run in herds, and if a sheep runs off a cliff, the other sheep are going to follow, right? And so I would never want to engage and spend any significant amount of time with a woman like this. And her tattoos look awful anyway. They're like booty tattoos. They're horrible. Anyway, her hair's poorly done. She has good hair, but she like clearly doesn't want to deal with her hair and blah blah, which to me says a sign that she has poor hygiene overall. Anytime I see a girl with hair like this, the way she has it knotted up like this, is a sign to me of poor hygiene. Like, I keep my hair cut nice and smooth, you know what I'm saying, just so I don't have to deal with it. If you want like kind of like easy to go hair for as a black woman, why don't you just get dreads? I don't understand. Like, dreads are like, yeah, you got to get it redone every couple months, but for the most part, you wake up and they just, you could tie them up in a knot or tie them up in a bow, wrap them up, and then when you get up in the morning, they can just drop down. I think it's the most beautiful hairstyle for a black woman. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic too much, because I want to get back to the last video I have of her. I found one more video that tells me everything we need to know about this dating coach. Okay, and she talks about decentering men. Okay, and she says that means no man is exempt from criticism. Okay, and we're going to criticize her after we watch this video, but let's take a look.
It's a new crave going around that everyone is decentering men. And while I love to see it, I'm going to call out a couple ways that you can tell when someone has not truly decentered men. They just say that they have. Women that have truly decentered men have decentered all men, and she does not make excuses for any of the men in her life. I have an older brother who passed away 2 years ago, but I loved my brother to death. I never was on that nigga side. Like, I never felt like my brother was above criticism from the women in his life, or he could just tell me anything and I just hate the women in his life, instead of realizing that he is still just a man. My brother, but you're still a man. A lot of women that have truly not decentered men, they will have these super strong allegiances and bonds to the other men in their life, like their fathers, their cousins, their brothers, their best friends, all this shit. And she will always be on the right side until it comes to them, right? Because she can never see the fault in these men, because for some reason, because she has allegiance to these men, she believes that they are above criticism, or that they do not fall into the categories that most men fall into. But when you truly decenter men, and you truly put, women first, like, if you're really, I don't know, I guess you can call it feminism, you know that there is no man that is off limits. Like, I'm a boy mom and I love my son to death, but I always say that I will show him unconditional love until he hurts a woman. And I don't mean like relationship wise, like, of course I want him to be a good man. I'm gonna cut my son off because he's a cheater, but let my son catch a case against a woman and see if I have my black ass up in that courtroom. And actually, I'll let him know that. Even as a child. Because don't ever think that your mama gonna just have your back while you're out here disrespecting, hurting women. Because that's just not how it's gonna work for me. So yeah, if you see these traits in a woman, understand that she just has not fully decentered men yet, and hopefully sis is on her way. It's a new crave.
This is why she's the leader of the sisterhood, because she's willing to sacrifice her own children, all her males in her family, for the good of the sisterhood. She'll sacrifice her own son, her own begotten son, for the sisterhood. Oh, I love him, and I'll love him conditionally until he hurts a woman. That's how deeply she hates men. At least she's consistent. There's consistency in it, but it's consistency in stupidity. But women follow. They think this makes sense. There's a girl saying, yes, girl, include my father, even my son. Yes, sacrifice him for the womanhood, the sisterhood. I think of it like this, right? Feminism has done Satan's work better than any other group I think that's ever existed. Better than the Nazis, you named them. Any group. Because I've never seen such a hate group get away with so much hatred, crime, and carnage, and go under the radars and able to pass laws and get legislation done and get the minds and the hearts of younger women. Like, it is the most cancerous disease I've ever seen spread, mental disease I've ever seen spread in my life. And people just accept it. Oh yeah, feminism, yeah, sacrifice your son, sacrifice your brother, sacrifice your uncle, sacrifice your father, sacrifice them all on the altar of feminism. Why do you think these women are pro-choice? And what's the choice? To sacrifice their kids. Why you think that she's climbing the ranks of dating coaches? She's going to pass Shira 7 for sure. I don't know, right? But if she was like a Bitcoin, I'd say dump your money into her. Because women love her. And the fact that she's just a pinch attractive. She's not that attractive, but the pinch, she's just cute enough, right? It's going to work. The fact that her hair is natural and long, it's going to work. And that's what's sad about it. If you want to be with a woman, you have to show her this video, and she has to vehemently denounce her to be wifey material. If your girl can't vehemently denounce this girl, get rid of your girl, my friend. You have a cancer in your household, and she will contaminate the minds of your children and sacrifice your son on the altar of feminism. And by the way, men, we can never get away with this. We can never get away with out loud just saying that we hate women and hating women is a way to get women and get a good woman by hating women. It will never work. That's why when people always talk about misogynist, what's the misogynist group? What's the group? And they want Red Pill to be the misogynist group, but Red Pill is actually not a misogynist group. Red Pill is a truth group. If anything, it's a conservative group. It keeps traditional values and conserves them. It doesn't preach hate. This is not even like you think. It's not. This is objective hate. She objectively hates men, and she's exalted for it. And she will not. The algorithm won't blackball her or shadow ban her. She won't get demonetized. Like, that's why I told you, man, feminism is the most successful satanic group I have ever seen. And it belongs in the mind of old women and young women alike. They're all feminists. And they're getting away with murder. Oh yeah, they're getting away with murder. The pro-choice group is getting away with murder. The Planned Parenthood group is getting away with murder. They're coming for your kids. Even their own kids. Nobody's exempt. Nobody. No man is exempt from their hatred. Egregious. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.